Hi, Logan Myers here with the one and only Lloyd Bonnefield talking about Star Wars Force Awakens. If you haven't seen it, go fucking check it out. The greatest movie of 2015.
It's a beautiful, it's the Citizen Kane of our generation.
Citizen Kane, what is that?
Citizen Kane
was, tell the kids what, you know, they don't know what Citizen Kane is.
Citizen Kane was a movie about a billionaire who basically wanted to mount the world and rape it.
Which is a lot like Star Wars, right?
A lot like Star Wars, like Snoke, which I hate the name, by the way.
So Lloyd, tell me,
yes.
Going into the highly anticipated biggest film of the year and possibly the past 20 years.
Yep.
What were you feeling going into the movie and then coming out? Were you disappointed?
Oh no.
Were you fulfilled with every satisfaction?
Well, first, let me going into the movie, I was stoned because me and you had taken some pot candy.
Pot candy.
But other than that,
delicious.
It's very delicious.
Better for the viewing, you know.
Was it from Denver? No, that wasn't. I think that was made here. That was a
that was a homegrown Chicago homegrown
candy. It was a confection, a sweet home Chicago confection.
Yeah, it was Fannie Mae, wasn't it?
Yeah, I grew up with Star Wars, so going to see Star Wars with you 48 years later from the original one. It was fantastic. And I'm 38. I don't even know how I saw the original one.
I didn't. I'm 30, so I didn't see it, but we all know we love Star Wars. We grew up with it.
I saw.
So excited to see it, and then being in the whole experience of cosplay and people being there dressed up as characters.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was the best fucking experience on opening night.
Yeah.
You know, these tickets were sold out months before it even came out. Like going into the theater, we're just super stoked to be there, and it just blew my mind.
Just hearing people cheer.
People are like applauding before it even like started. It was just like the trailers before, and then it starts. You know, the opening letters.
In our theater, we only had 2 trailers, which kind of surprised me. It like went right into the movie.
I know.
And I was like, whoa, here we go.
I was waiting for like 10 or 15 trailers like they usually do, and it starts.
I sat like up in my seat.
In a galaxy.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I'm like, that squirts a little tear.
Can we give spoilers?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, it's been out for a while. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you're retarded.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it and you can't afford a ticket, go beat up some kid who bought a ticket.
Or you can accidentally download it illegally online.
Yeah.
Which I may have done.
But it's easier to push a 14-year-old into a broom closet and take his ticket and lock the door.
That's true. That's way easier.
Way easier.
That is way. Yeah, we won't get arrested for it by the FBI.
But hopefully they don't show up until after.
After you saw the movie.
After you saw the movie, because then it's worth it. That's worth it. They'll find that poor kid with tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
But
anyways, back
that
to
opening scene with the Star Destroyer when it just comes in and blots out the planet.
Yeah.
And then the music starts up and the 4 ships come over the top.
Shit, dude, it's giving me goosebumps right now just thinking about it.
Awesome.
It's the score, the cinematography.
Okay, here I had a problem with Mad Max, the Fury Road, and I know everyone loves it, and I loved it too. I know good things about it. The thing I liked about the other Mad Max movies were, you got to know some of the characters. It was a little slower paced and everything like that. In the newer version was just straight out cocaine-fueled action.
Fucking straight.
From beginning on.
It was.
Right? And this is similar.
Full of adrenaline. Just like edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, I just did a whole bunch of coke. Let's do this.
And that's exactly what it felt like watching Mad Max. In this, it was action beginning to end, yet there was a familiarity.
It always got me.
There was a familiarity with the characters that where it took us in our imagination.
Right.
Where we had familiarity with Mad Max.
Right, with Star Wars, it's people of the old generation meets new generation. You can be a kid not knowing much about it, but go in and get a sense of the overall premise, the overall feel of what they're going for, the overall,
J.J.
Abrams is a person that grew up with the films.
Yep.
And crafted his own masterpiece, you may say.
His first thing he did, which got the attention of Steven Spielberg, was taking Steven Spielberg's home movies and editing them and turning them into movies.
Exactly.
From things he filmed, he went and made little vignettes or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he has such
he knows what he's doing.
He is probably one of the best directors in the business, not the top 4,
He's just a smart guy.
He's a smart guy. He's a geek. He knows his shit.
How pissed was George Lucas?
He's very pissed. Have you seen the interviews lately?
Yes,
In the past like 6 months.
Oh my God, he's like a
Did you see him on the red
jaded.
carpet? The red Star Wars red carpet?
Yeah, he's a cunt.
Yeah,
he's
it's,
a jaded.
yeah, you know, whatever. I guess I'll be here. Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, whatever. I'm George Lucas. Fuck
Yeah.
off. I don't care.
But it's not only that. It's here's the problem with George Lucas. I just saw something on Facebook today about
What's that?
if you could rewatch the prequel trilogies and see that Obi-Wan was in love with Padme. You see that Padme
Yep.
Skywalker, and I'm like, you know what? It's a great theory, right? And maybe even JJ could write something in there that Rey is somehow Padme's love child or some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, whatever bullshit they got going. You know, not Padme or his love child because that would be her grandmother. The thing was, George Lucas didn't have any subtext in those 3 movies.
Right.
You know, he starts off with the kid, so we don't get to see him grow as a character, which Luke we got to see from a kid. They just dressed him young.
Yeah.
He was a kid, and he
As he evolves,
and becomes a badass motherfucker in
Yeah.
part 3.
Yeah.
You know, in All in Black, which is awesome. I love
see the progression.
Return of the Jedi, by the way. A lot of people hate it.
Oh yeah, I love. You know, obviously, Empire Strikes
When he
Back
makes
is
his
my
green
favorite.
lightsaber, that green lightsaber.
Yeah.
We're getting bombarded right now.
Yeah. We got hecklers on the side, but yeah, Empire Strikes Back,
But-
right?
but-
The Return of the Jedi is.
But that's the thing.
Phenomenal.
Like, why didn't George put something like that into the story? Why not give it some subtext? Why? Where was the anger between Obi-Wan and Anakin?
Because
we needed something, a fuel, something to ignite the fire.
There was nothing that ignited that, though. That's what was missing.
They tried to show that Palpatine was a great manipulator and stuff.
Right.
Okay, it would have been great if there was actually something to work with.
Exactly.
You know, something. I don't know. JJ nailed it with the new Star Wars movie. It's set up for so much shit to learn about.
We get it. George Lucas, Star Wars is his baby. He's the creator. He started it all up. And then he fucking, you know, the newest 3 movies.
What happened to him is what happens to a lot of people. They can't sustain.
There's such a big time difference.
They just can't sustain creativity. Is what happens.
And when you
Some
get
people
lazy
can.
and you start getting less creative and not using animatronics,
Surrounding yourself with yes men.
yes men, and people that are just like, hey, we can cut on the budget by doing all this shitty CGI.
Yeah.
It didn't have that feel. They didn't have the puppetry, the animatronics
I wouldn't
that
have minded-
JJ brought back in the newest.
I wouldn't have minded
movie.
all the CGI if there was a fucking story to follow. You know what I mean? If there was a story, you could. I've seen cartoons with great stories where it had nothing real in it.
If
It
there's
was
no
all
writing,
cartoons.
if there's no writing,
No
there's no
writing.
directing, the movie is gonna be fucking shit.
What do the actors have to play with? They want to blame all these actors and those personality actors.
Well, look at it this
They
way:
have nothing to work
all the
with.
returning actors that come back, they read the script. They know there's something special there. You know,
Yeah.
they wouldn't sign on to do it
Yeah.
if it wasn't right.
Exactly.
And that's why this movie does it for me.
What did you
And
like?
it's-
What did you like the best?
As
about
a Star Wars fan, I meant everything. You know, like the writing was there, the directing was there, bringing in new characters we don't know anything about that really stole the show. You know, you have these little characters that were phenomenal.
it? Molly, what did you think of Star
The
Wars?
new characters.
It was great.
The newest characters like
It was great.
brought something special, you know.
Yeah, no, I think so too.
So what I like about it is bringing these new characters in that we don't know anything about. They basically, you know,
Who's your favorite?
my favorite. Whew,
New character.
new character. I like Kylo Ren a lot. I thought
Kylo Ren was
he was
fantastic.
fucking phenomenal. Adam Driver's an amazing actor.
I love him in Girls.
He can do a lot of different parts in this movie. You know, even without the mask on, he was scary. I thought.
Oh,
I mean, it was kind of whiny, but he was something villainous behind him.
When I saw it the second time in the theater, he took off the mask and some lady like a few rows back goes, "Oh my God, he's so big."
Put the mask back on. But yeah, it just
He's great in Girls.
He was such a
His
great-
temper tantrums he throws in
you see the
Girls.
thing where he's like hitting the radio.
Oh, it's fantastic.
He's
I
a
saw
great
him beat
actor.
a door down
I
in
would
that
have
movie.
so yeah, I would have to go with Kylo Ren. He was my favorite. John Boyega's Finn was great. You know,
I like that Maz Jabroni. What was her name? That's a stand-up comedian.
Matt. Yeah, I don't know. Matt's not gonna work here anymore.
Maz Tanaka or
Maz
whatever.
Tanaka, yeah.
Something, I don't know what her name. She was awesome. But yeah, Kylo Ren is the best part of that movie.
Yeah, he
Like,
fucking
he
stole
was-
it.
Oh my God.
When you know when like halfway was the second act, and Han Solo comes out. You know, obviously,
Onto the bridge?
Yeah, onto the bridge.
Onto the
You
bridge.
know, something's coming. You feel that fucking pressure. You know, something's in there. Something's not right.
Which was ruined for me on Facebook, by the way.
See, I didn't.
Ruined, and I knew it was happening.
I didn't
at the
read
moment.
anything.
Oh, I didn't even have to read it. Somebody put a picture of it up, and I was like, "How
I knew somebody was
God
gonna die,
damn it.
and I had a feeling it was Han Solo, which is my favorite character of all Star Wars, obviously.
I don't think he would have done the movie if he didn't,
Yeah.
because he really wanted the character to die for
Yeah,
gravitas.
and you know, honestly, I thought it was a good way to go out for Han Solo, his own son. You know, him and Princess Leia had his kid. You know,
Fantastic way to go.
Ben. You know,
Ben Kenobi,
Ben Kenobi, or Ben Solo.
but just
Yeah.
named after Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, after Ben
Ah.
Kenobi, and you know, it just worked. And you know, killing off a huge character that's such a big part of the saga is like saying something. You know, like
Yeah.
JJ has the balls to get rid of this famous part of the, you know, this one of the best parts of the series.
So it also seems like JJ's following, which people kept saying that it was just a remake of Part 4, which it wasn't.
Yeah,
but
right.
followed similar themes.
It did.
You got my lighter? Following similar themes, I'll forget it if I don't
No,
go
I'm
back.
fucked up.
If following similar themes, so in Part 2, that would mean there would have to be a devastating reveal.
Yes.
Like, Luke, I am your father. So if he's following those patterns, which I believe he is,
Yeah.
which I actually hope this is my dream is how he opens up Part 2, is, do you remember in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, when they show, I think it was the beginning of Part 3, Schmeagol?
Schmeagol.
How Schmeagol becomes,
Yeah, how he
was
like.
that Part 3 or Part 2?
I think that was Part 3. It's
I
been
did
a
too.
while
For
since I
some
watched.
reason, I did, yeah, I'm saying
I think it is.
But
So,
I
yeah.
like that going backwards in the story, and I hope using some modern filming techniques, we go back and see what happened at the Jedi Temple, or some backstory
I got a
that
feeling
we
that's-
get to actually see, as opposed to it being explained to us in narrative or
Yeah.
or explained. I
got a
want to
feeling-
see
I got a
it.
feeling they'll go that direction, but it's hard to say because each movie has different directors.
I don't. Yeah, we don't know. We
You
don't
know,
know.
when you have a different director, different writer, it's going to bring a different element.
Which I love.
Which is a good thing.
Which was the problem with the prequels.
But yeah, exactly.
See, George could have fucked up that first one and given the other two away to somebody.
Yeah.
What happened? Why did he stop? Why did he stop what he originally did in the first three?
Yeah.
Something went wrong.
Yep.
Something went wrong. I just burped and it smells like tacos.
It does. It does. Is that ketchup?
I think there's
And
ketchup on
onions?
my taco. Definitely
I can
onions.
taste it.
Some cheese. It's in here. It's thick. It's thick. I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about on this?
Yeah, just overall, I fucking dug it. I love the shit out of it. It was everything I imagined it would be. It was, you know,
That laser bolt stopping in the air.
bringing the old and the new together
Bring the old and new together in a flawless way.
in a flawless and fun way.
Except for the goddamn name Snoke.
Snow, yeah.
I hate that
Did you see
name.
the thing online about how it's Vader? How they like put the image like right next to
They
each
also
other on
said
the
it's
scar?
dark pages, but I don't think it's either one of them.
Yeah, I don't think that is either. It'd be
No.
too obvious. They're just kind of going
Vader's
off
dead.
of that, yeah.
Vader's dead, and so is.
So like, why the hell would he talk to the Vader's helmet if that was Snow?
Well, here
You know
we
what
go.
I mean?
Do you know how Luke saw Obi-Wan?
Right.
What if somehow Kylo is seeing Darth Vader? Why not? Why can't Sith or whoever also project Force ghosts? Why can't that be? But here's my problem with that.
That's the thing.
problem.
Why can't it?
Well, here's the problem then, is that Vader eventually turned good. In the end of the movie was redeemed. So would he come back as, which he did come back, George Lucas threw him into oh no, he was in the original, like before they did, before George re-edited everything, remastered, remade all the special effects, his father was there, waving to him. It was the old guy, and then George took the old guy out and put in fucking Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen, yeah.
But still, he redeemed himself, so would he come back as an evil entity? Or, like in the books, is there a holocron, like a Sith holocron?
That's hard to say, you know?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Because in the stories, the Sith holocrons work exactly like that, and the Jedi holocron where you talk to them. Just like you go, show me this, and then an image would pop up, like an avatar image that had the ability to access different paths and stuff like that.
Right.
Like a choose your own adventure book. Similar to that.
Page 2.
I hope we see some Jedi holocrons. I hope there's something in there that's something cool.
What if they did though? That would be fucking so
I
awesome.
hope so. I
so
fucking
awesome.
hope so.
So awesome. But yeah, basically the whole film leading to the last part where we actually see Luke Skywalker.
Mm-hmm.
No dialogue. We got the lightsaber. And he kind of looks at it with the seductive eyes and the long gray hair.
Yeah.
And he looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi, basically.
Do you know that I hated that scene the first time when I saw it with you? The scene with Luke. Because I thought he looked like Creed, where with his arms moving so dramatically and stuff.
See, I wish they would have brought some dialogue into that, like something to tie it together.
Well,
and they just kind of left you hanging.
Do you think that they're going to show side-by-side training? So Snoke training Adam Driver and Luke training Rey?
That would be awesome. That's why I got a feeling. I think they will. I think they will. So what do you think what do you think the whole deal is with Rey? How was she part of this whole story? Do you think it's Luke Skywalker's daughter?
Rey. I don't know. Good question.
That's one that's like kind of leaving everybody like
it looks like
questioning like
Luke
how is
knows.
she?
Luke knows.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if anything, Luke knows what's going on. Maybe he saw the future, just like Obi-Wan and Yoda said.
Yeah.
Yoda said it, I think, that you'd be able to see the past, the present, the future.
Right.
In your dreams. Which, when Rey grabs the lightsaber, she sees the past, present, and future, just like a Charles Dickens fucking book.
Yeah.
Like she sees, she sees her childhood. She sees the truth of her child. Not only her childhood, which maybe she forgot about, but she saw the truth of it.
Or kind of blocked it out from her
At
memory.
least blocked it out with whatever time got in the way, and